Hi everyone, welcome to iQuanta and our series 250 most important questions for IPMAT. Before this session I was calling it 100 most important questions, but now I am officially calling it 250 most important questions, okay? Because with the speed that we are doing these questions on a daily basis, I think we'll easily be able to do 250 or maybe even slightly more questions, okay? And that's better because the more questions we do, the chances of similar question being asked in the exam increases, and that is what we have to do, right? That is what we have to achieve, and that is the reason we should practice more. So let us get started with today's class. If you are somebody preparing for IPMAT 2026, you can join our crash course, okay? It is starting from 29 March with live classes. And if you are a dropper or if you want to start before that, you can enroll before 29 March as well and take the access to all the materials, okay? Now, if you want to solve more, we have this playlist. There are two playlists actually, okay? There is one playlist named 120 most important quant questions. You can do that as well. That is also very good. And this, if you want to practice topic wise, then this is the playlist where you will be getting 10 questions. There are so many sessions, okay, covering each and every concept, numbers, algebra, geometry, arithmetic, everything. Let's talk about this question, okay? This is a modulus question and this has high chances of being asked in the exam, okay? The reason is IPMAT every year definitely asks at least 2-3 questions related to modulus functions. Either they are related to inequality, they are related to number of solutions, sometimes they are related to area of the graph, right? That is formed through some sort of some kind of modulus equation will be there, okay? So this is the question, the set of all real values of x, for which this expression x square minus mod of x plus 9 plus x is greater than 0 is. This is the options, okay? These are the options. You all know that in all modulus questions, our first target is the modulus part, okay? What do we see inside the modulus? It is x plus 9, okay? So inside the modulus part, we make it equal to 0. So x plus 9 will be equal to 0. X equal to 9 is my what? This is called my critical point, okay? Because we will be doing things around this value only, x equal to 9. You all know that if I put x less than 9 inside this modulus, what will happen? Suppose I put minus 10 here, okay? Minus 10 is less than minus 9. So if I put it here just inside this modulus, minus 10 plus 9, right? This is becoming minus 10 plus 9, that is mod of minus 1. Modulus basically returns the positive value of whatever is inside the modulus. So minus 1 is inside the modulus, outside we should get 1. We should get 1 here. But how is it becoming 1? What magic is happening that minus 1 is becoming 1? That is the work of modulus function, okay? Modulus basically modulus has a simple definition that if you have mod of x, then this will open with positive x if x is greater than or equal to 0, and it opens with minus x if x is less than 0. What does that mean? Its meaning is, suppose you have a negative quantity inside, it has to become positive 1, right? Because the output of this, the value that it should finally get should be positive, right? So what is happening? This negative thing inside, the negative thing inside should get multiplied with negative, yes or no? And that is the reason if inside a modulus we have any value of x which is less than 0, minus x is returned, okay? That is when negative values inside become positive. They get multiplied with this negative and inside value x is already negative, 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 positive. That is how mod of minus 1 is becoming 1, okay? So here also if x is less than minus 9, if it is less than minus 9, you will definitely be getting a negative value inside. That means this will open with, this is first case, okay? If x is less than or equal to 9, then this will open with a negative sign. Inside thing will open with a negative sign. How will I write it? X square minus, there will be an extra minus here, minus of x plus 9, okay? Modulus has been opened, plus x greater than 0. What do you get here? X square minus minus plus x, and plus x is 2x, and then we have minus 9 inside, minus minus plus 9 greater than 0. This is a quadratic equation. Can it be factorized? No. So what you have to do is, if a quadratic equation is not being factorized in inequalities, you simply have to check its discriminant. If you check its discriminant, what is discriminant in a quadratic equation? B square minus 4ac, yes or no? If your quadratic equation is of the form ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, d is your discriminant. Discriminant basically tells us nature of roots. So discriminant here will be b square minus 2 square minus 4 into a is 1, c is this. 4 minus 36, that means minus 32. That means your d is less than 0. If d is less than 0, what does that mean? If d is less than 0, that means this is a quadratic equation. This is a quadratic equation. Its graph will be an upward parabola, and because d is less than 0, roots are imaginary. If roots are imaginary, it is never going to cut the x-axis. And if it is never going to cut x-axis, that means it will always stay above x-axis. When an equation is always staying above the x-axis, it is always positive for all values of x. That means for any value of x, that means minus infinity to infinity, this expression, this quadratic equation will always be positive. You can put any value of x inside it, it will always give you greater than 0. But in such questions of modulus, when you are opening modulus, first we opened with x less than 9, isn't it? I took that x should be less than minus 9, sorry. But I also have to make sure that x lies in this range. So we have to combine these two and we have to take the common part out of these. So one range is minus infinity to infinity, another range is less than minus 9, right? So this is minus 9 somewhere here and less than that, that means still minus infinity. This is the common range between both. We will take solution as from here, this part we will take the solution as minus infinity to minus 9. This is our solution so far. I hope it is clear. Now we have to deal with what if x is greater than or equal to 9. So I told you this logic over here, right? In modulus, we first have to find out the critical point. Then we have to make sure that this part which is inside the modulus, it should be negative ones. There should be negative thing inside. To make inside thing negative, we have to take x less than minus 9. To make the things inside modulus greater than or equal to 0, x should be greater than or equal to minus 9, right? If x is this, right? So then if x is greater than or equal to minus 9, obviously if you put something which is greater than minus 9 or minus 9 over here, if you put minus 9 here, minus 9 plus 9 cancels, we get a 0 inside. If we put minus 8 here, minus 8 plus 9 is 1, that means inside modulus we have positive quantity 1, definitely, right? See, if inside the modulus, if you put any value that is greater than minus 9, that means minus 8 plus 9, what do you get? Minus 8 plus 9 is 1. And if the thing inside modulus is already positive, modulus does not have to do anything, it will simply give you positive 1. So that simply means this quantity will open with positive sign. So x square minus this modulus opens like this, positive of x plus 9. I hope this is clear. Okay, this is it. And then we will have a plus x here greater than 0. What happens? X square minus x minus 9 plus x greater than 0, minus x plus x cancels, x square minus 9 is greater than 0, isn't it? X square minus 9 is greater than 0, that means we can write x plus 3 into x minus 3 greater than 0. What are the critical points here in inequality? Minus 3 and plus 3. Minus 3 is a critical point, plus 3 is a critical point. From 3 to we will take infinity, minus 3 to minus infinity. If you put any value of x greater than 3 here, so this will be positive, this will be positive, that means here I am going to get positive value out of this equation. If you put any value between minus 3 and 3, say 0, this is going to give me negative. Less than minus 3, if you put any value here, say minus 5, so this is negative, this is negative, this is going to give me a positive. We want greater than 0 wala part, so that is minus infinity to minus 3. I hope that is clear. Minus infinity to minus 3 and then union, because solution lies in two ranges, so 3 to infinity. I hope this is clear. But what do we have to do here? We have to make sure that my x is greater than minus 9 as well, greater than or equal to minus 9, and it should be like this as well. Yes or no? So if we have something like this, see, focus over here, okay? I have to make sure that x is greater than or equal to minus 9. So this is minus 9 and we have to take all this range into account. Greater than or equal to minus 9 means minus 9 say infinity. And here it is minus infinity to minus 3 first. So minus infinity to minus 3 will be somewhere over here. Minus infinity to minus 3 and then 3 to infinity. So 3 to infinity. what is the common range here? What do you see? You see that this part is completely common and this part is completely common. It is present in both the ranges. So how do we write the solution for this particular part? The solution for this particular part would be minus 9 to minus 3, okay, minus 9 to minus 3 like this, union 3 to infinity. So see, in both the cases I could get a solution. Here I got this solution. What is the solution that I am getting in the second case when I took x greater than or equal to minus 9? I got, let me write it over here, minus 9 to minus 3 union 3 to infinity, right? I hope you guys understand why I am putting an open bracket here, because we only put equal to bracket when we have an equal to sign here, right, when it is satisfying the inequality. So see, you have to do this. Now you have to combine all the ranges, this solution as well and this solution as well. We see here that from here I am leaving at minus 9, then I am continuing at minus 9. So that means there has to be something like this, and obviously I am getting this answer. My answer should be something like this. What can I combine from here? Can I combine minus 9? Can I write this whole range from minus infinity to minus 3, because minus infinity to minus 3 is visible in this option, right? Is it possible? For this to be possible, if I want to write down this entire range like this, if I want to write down this entire range, okay, this entire range as minus infinity to minus 3, then minus 9 should satisfy my inequality. Is minus 9 satisfying my inequality? Minus 9 ka square is 81, minus this is 0, minus 9. So 81 minus 9, 72, 72 is greater than 0. Yes, we can take minus 9 into account, right? So minus infinity to minus 3, right? This can be written union 3 to infinity. This is my final solution. Those who could not understand, they have to do it once, okay? Since I am explaining here, it takes a while to write down things, explain the things, clear your doubts. But then if you solve it on a piece of paper yourself, fully focusing on the question, then you will be able to find out the answer much faster. What will be the final solution? Minus infinity to minus 3, 3 to infinity, which is option B. This is how you have to do it, okay? Modulus questions are very, very important. Do it twice, thrice. If you have any doubt, ask me. But then you have to become an expert at solving modulus questions. In modulus questions, focus upon the modulus part, divide it into ranges. Now, there can be questions where there are multiple modulus, okay? We'll see those later. But I hope for now this question is clear to you. In fact, over here, when we were writing this solution, we took x greater than or equal to minus 9, right? So, x greater than or equal to minus 9, we'll have to include minus 9, okay? Anyway, I mean, this combines, okay? This will be combined because minus 9 is satisfying the inequality. Okay. Now let us try to solve this particular question. This question says the equations 3x square minus 5x plus p equal to 0 and 2x square minus 2x plus q equal to 0 have one common root. Obviously, this is a quadratic equation, it will have two roots. This is a quadratic equation, it has two roots. One root will be common, the other two roots will be different. Okay. The sum of the other two roots of these two equations is, suppose this is a quadratic equation, one of the roots of this equation, it can be taken as, say, one of the roots of this equation is taken as alpha, one is taken as k. This is another equation having two roots. Let me say that k is again the common root while beta is the other root. So I see that I have two quadratic equation, two roots for each, one root is common, other two roots are different, alpha, beta. The sum of the other two roots of these two equations is, other two roots, that means it is asking me the sum of alpha plus beta. Okay. So then, what can I do here? See, can I write alpha plus k from here? Alpha plus k from here can be written as minus b upon a for this, because these are the roots, sum of roots will be minus b upon a. So 5 by 3, right? Here can I write beta plus k, sum of roots, beta plus k. It can be written as minus 2 upon minus 2, minus of minus 2 upon 2, that means 1. So I have this, isn't it? If I combine both of these, what do I get? I will get alpha plus beta plus 2k, that is equals to 8 by 3. This is one of the equations that I have because I was trying to actually focus upon alpha plus beta from the very beginning, isn't it? If I somehow get the value of k from here, I can easily take the 2k here, I'll subtract it from 8 by 3 and I'll easily get the value of alpha plus beta, isn't it? Okay, if we have solved this much, what we can do is, I know that this is a common root. So if I put k in this equation, the value will become 0. If I put k in this equation, the value will become 0. So let me put k in both the equations and I'll get two equations. If I put k here, I'll get 3k square minus 5x plus p equal to 0. This is one equation. If I put k here, what will I get? 2k square minus 2k plus p equal to 0. This is k, okay. This is k. Fine. This is also k. I need the value of k. My answer is in terms of p and q. If I find out the value of k in terms of p and q, this is q, okay, not p. This is q again. So can I put value of k here in terms of p and q and then I can do my own thing, right, from here. So what do I need to get rid of? I need to get rid of this k square. Let me multiply this equation by 3, this equation by 2. What will I get here? I will get 6k square minus 10k, 6k square minus 10k plus 2p equal to 0. And here I will get 6k square minus 6k, 6k square minus 6k plus 3q equal to 0. From this, if I subtract this cancels. From minus 10k, you are subtracting minus 6k, you will get minus 4k. Okay, and from 2p plus 2p minus 3q, that will be equal to 0. If you find out the value of k here, k will be 2p minus 3q by 4, 2p minus 3q by 4. This is the value of k. Can I simply push the value of k here? If I push the value of k here, what do I get? Alpha plus beta will actually be equal to 8 by 3 minus 2k. So minus 2 times k will be 2p minus 3q by 2. Yes or no? Now you simply have to solve the question. The answer here will be alpha plus beta equals to, we have to keep 8 by 3 intact, okay, we don't have to take the LCM. Let's take 8 by 3 here. Then minus 2p by 2 will be minus p, minus of minus 3q will be 3q by 2. Do we have any such answers? 3q by 2 minus p 8 by 3. 3q by 2 minus p 8 by 3. Option D is your answer. Okay, this is also a very good question. Fine. Let's go ahead. There's another question now. Trump and Putin start running from opposite ends of a linear track. Okay. Trump's speed is thrice the speed of Putin. If Trump takes 2 seconds to reach the opposite end after meeting Putin, how much time does Putin take to reach the opposite end from the instant he started running, instance, whatever. Okay. Let's see this question, okay. Trump and Putin start running from opposite ends of a linear track. This is a linear track. Trump is running from here to here, Putin is running from here to here, opposite ends of a linear track. Trump's speed is thrice the speed of Putin. So say if Trump's speed is 3x, Putin's speed will be x. If Trump takes 2 seconds to reach the opposite end after meeting Putin, so suppose they meet here, this is the meeting point, okay. After meeting here, Trump will continue his journey towards this direction, Putin will continue his journey towards this direction, yes or no, this is the meeting point. And imagine two people, Trump and Putin, they are starting from the opposite ends of a linear track, they are coming together, okay, they are coming together and they are meeting here. So definitely the time for which Trump traveled and the time for which Putin traveled will be same, because they started together, they are meeting together, that means the time consumed will be same. The distances they might have covered might be different because Trump is running at a greater speed, okay. So time is same, okay. How much time does Putin take to reach the opposite end? Putin take to reach the opposite end from the instant he started running. So this is a classic case when you are asked to find out the speed of two people moving between 2 points A and B in opposite directions and crossing each other on the way. Whenever there is a scenario in a time speed distance question when two people are running from the opposite end, they are running simultaneously towards each other and they are crossing each other. In that case, you have to remember this classic case, okay. There is a derivation behind it that SA upon SB, the ratio of speed of the two people that you are taking, it is always the ratio of square root of the times taken by them, okay. So this is actually equal to SA upon SB equals to root of time taken by B upon time taken by A. Now what are these TB and TA? Obviously speed of A, speed of B, we have the speeds, right, we have the ratio, but what is TB, TA? Remember I told you that when two bodies are running from opposite ends and they are coming together like this, they are meeting at the same point, then time taken by them to come to this point, from this point to this point, the time taken, and from this point to this point, meeting point, the time taken to come at the meeting point is same. But after they cross each other, right, if suppose A is here, B is here, A is running from this in this direction at speed of A, B is running in this direction at speed of B. After meeting, the time that A takes from here to here, that will be called T of A, while the time that B takes from here to here will be called time B, TB, okay. So these are the times, okay, after meeting, the times taken by respective bodies. So you just can remember it through this, SA upon SB equals to root of TB upon TA ratio is, I mean it is inverted here, okay. Here it is A by B, here it is B by A. Let's look a bit into the derivation, okay, it will be easier for you to understand. So if I take the derivation of this, say this is the track, here is A, here is B, here is the meeting point, okay, he is running at SA, he is running at the speed of SB, he is running at SA, he is going towards here, B is coming towards here, okay. After this point, what happens? B is running in this direction, he will reach here. After this, the time he will take will be TB, okay. And SA is running from here to here, he will reach here. After this point to reach B, how much time will he take? He will take time TA, isn't it? So what is the distance covered by A after meeting? It is this distance D of A. And what is the distance covered by B after meeting? It is DB. So you make sure you identify this case very quickly, okay, in a question when two bodies are running from the opposite and they are meeting and then they are going in opposite directions, okay, they are crossing each other, okay, and time after which they cross, their times are given, distance is given, speed is given, something like this, some sort of scenario will be there, okay. What can I say? Can I say that initially when A would have come from this point to this point, A would have taken time t, right? So A would have taken time t. Let me just erase this and write this again. From this point A to meeting point M, A would have taken time t and the same time would have been taken by B in coming from his starting point till M, okay. In this entire time, A was running with speed of A, in this entire time B was running with speed of B, isn't it? So this is the distance covered by A, yes or no, dA, this is the distance covered by B. Can I just say that the entire distance between these 2 points, if it is capital D, then D will be the sum of dA plus dB. I hope this is clear, right? If I say dA is speed of A into T, dA is speed of A into T, dB speed of B into T, dB speed of B into T, right? Now they have come here, okay, after traveling this much, they have come here. What will happen? B is also here, A is also here. A will start running in this direction, B will start running in this direction. What was this distance that B is going to run now? It is dA. So the distance that B is going to run now to reach the opposite end, it is dA after meeting, okay, I am saying after meeting, B is going to run this distance and that distance is dA and he is going to run this distance with his own speed SB. So can I say that dA from here will be SB into TB, yes or no? D of A will be speed of B into time taken by B, speed of B into time taken by B. And similarly, after meeting, A is going to come here, so he is going to travel this distance called dB, so that distance will be dB and he is going to run with speed TA, speed SA, his time taken will be TA after meeting. So TA, TB are times taken to reach opposite end after meeting, okay. Do not be confused with these, okay. So from here, can I say that TA will be dB upon SA, dB upon SA. From here, TB will be dA upon SB, right. Can you put the value of dA as SA into T here and the value of dB as SB into T here? So what will I get? TB equals to, dA can be put at SA into T, SA into T upon SB, and T of A can be put as DB. What is DB? DB is SB into T. SB into T upon SA, right? I hope this is clear. Now, if I multiply these two equations, here SA will cancel each other, SB will cancel each other, here I will get T square. So, can I say that T is actually equals to root of TA into TB. So, this is another important derivation, okay. If there are two bodies, and you have to find out the time after which they meet and their times TA, TB are given. What are TA, TB? The times they are taken after meeting, the times they are taking after meeting. So, that also can be easily calculated, but we were here to derive this part, yes or no? If I divide these two equations, what will I get? TB upon TA equals to, here I will get SA into T upon SB, and this will be here, if I divide it by this, SA goes above and SB into T, yes or no? TT cancels. What do I get? TB upon TA equal to SA square upon SB square. So, what can I finally say? SA upon SB will actually be equal to root of TB upon TA. I hope this derivation is clear. Derivation is not important. It is important to understand this case. What is SA, what is SB? SA, SB are simply speed of A and B. TB, TA are the times taken by them after meeting, okay, to reach their destinations. I hope this is clear. Once this is clear, it's not difficult to solve this particular question, okay. So, now in this question as well, we have a classic case when two bodies are starting from opposite ends, meeting together, and then they are going to their respective directions. So, Trump started from here, Putin started from here, he is going here, Putin is coming here, Trump has a speed of 3x, Putin has a speed of x, that was given in the question. After meeting, okay, Trump is taking time to reach the opposite end, and that time was 2 seconds. So, time taken by Trump is 2 seconds, isn't it? And the time taken by Putin to reach here will be TP. So, can I say that speed of Trump upon speed of Putin, they will be in this ratio, root of TP upon whatever ratio is here, the opposite of that ratio, okay, the reverse of that ratio, TP upon TT, okay. So, TT is given to ST, Trump time is speed is given 3x, Putin speed is given x, that is equals to root of, we have to find out time taken by Putin after meeting point, okay, after meeting point the time taken by Putin, that we will get. Time taken by Trump is given 2, this is gone. So, squares 9, 9 into 2 18, TP will be 18. That means after their meeting, Putin is going to take 18 seconds to cross this particular distance, yes or no? Now, Trump was traveling this distance in 2 seconds, his speed was 3x. So, what will be the distance? Time is given 2, speed of Trump is 3x, 3x into 2 is 6x, this distance is 3x. In how much time would Putin have done this 6x? This is distance 6x upon speed of Putin is how much here, from here to here? It was x. So, that means 6 more seconds, and that is why I can say that the total time, how much time does Putin take to reach the opposite end from the instant he started running? So, here to here Putin took 6 seconds, here to here Putin took 18 seconds, 18 plus 6 that gives us 24, okay. That is my answer. I hope this is clear. This is a classic question of meeting points. It can come, okay, and it can be solved under 1 minute if you know this rule directly, okay, no need to derive anything. This is the question, find the remainder when 34 factorial is divided by 37. This can also be solved under 1 minute if you know the rules. This is a factorial based question which is based upon Wilson theorem, okay, Wilson's theorem. What is Wilson's theorem? It is basically used when we have factorial questions, okay, factorial remainder questions. So, it basically says that if P is any prime, then P minus 1 factorial mod P divided by P is P minus 1. What does this mean? This means that P minus 1, P is prime, okay, it has to be prime, the divisor has to be a prime. Is your divisor prime here? Yes, 34 factorial is being divided by 37, 37 is a prime number, that is why we can use Wilson theorem. You cannot use Wilson theorem when you have a non-prime number over here, okay. So, if 1 less than prime is divided by that same prime, mod means remainder. What will be the remainder when P minus 1 factorial is divided by P? It is P minus 1, okay. What is the remainder when P minus 2 factorial is divided by P? It is 1, always. P has to be a prime. And what is the remainder when P minus 3 factorial is divided by P? It is P minus 1 by 2. What is visible here? This is my prime 37. This is P minus 3 factorial. It is 3 less than 37. So, we will be using this rule. What is the prime that I am dividing with? 37. 37 minus 1 by 2, that is 36 by 2. 18 will be the answer to this question. If you directly know the rule, you can apply. Okay, there are 3 different rules: this rule, and this rule. Okay, I hope it is clear. Let's go to the next question. A and B invest rupees 5,000 and 7,000 in a business. A receives rupees 40 per month out of the profit as remuneration for the A and B invest rupees 5,000 and 7,000 in a business. A receives 40 per month out of the profit as remuneration for running the business, and the rest of the profit is divided in proportion to the investment. In a year, A receives 1200. What does B receive? See, A has invested 5,000, B has invested 7,000. A is receiving 40 per month out of the profit as remuneration. So, A will actually be getting for each month, I mean for the entire year, 12 months, he will be getting rupees 40 each. So, out of the profit you have to take out 480 rupees. That is the charge of A for running the business. He is running the business. So, he is taking those 40 rupees from the profit extra. Okay. The total profit, I mean the total share that A received in the end was 1200. So, out of the 1200, 480 would have been earned by A for running the business. So, he could actually get 720 from pure investment. This was his separate charge. Okay. Okay. In the final, in the year, after the entire year, A counted his money, he got 1200. Out of these 1200, 480 would have been generated due to this 40 per month salary kind of thing. Okay. Now, what does B receive? Always remember, the profit, the final profit that we get, it is always divided in the ratio in which the money was invested. So, that means the share out of profit that A purely gets is 720. What was the ratio of investment of A and B? That was 5:7. So, investment ratio of A upon investment ratio of B is always equal to profit ratio of A upon investment ratio of A and B is equal to profit ratio of A and B. So, investment of A was 5,000, investment of B was 7,000, profit of A was 720. What will be the profit of B? That is we have to find out. 3 zeros gone. Profit of B will be 720 into 7 divided by 5, that is 144 into 7, that is 308 into 7, 1008. So, 1008 will be the money, that is, I mean the profit received by B. B was purely taking profit, nothing else. Okay, he was not taking any 40 per month kind of charge. I hope this question is clear, very easy. Another question that we have is a cuboid of dimensions 153 into 204 into 289 centimeter is cut into identical cubes of side A centimeter. What is the maximum possible value that A can have? What is A here? Side A is the side of the cube, that should be the largest. So, there is a cuboid, okay, of obviously length, breadth, height, they are different. So, it is a cuboid. Out of this cuboid, we have to cut identical cubes. What is the speciality of a cube? A cube basically have all edges same, right? Its length is also A, breadth and height is also A, isn't it? So, we want maximum possible value of A. That means we want the biggest side of the cube, biggest side possible. Biggest means highest. That means out of these, can I take the HCF of the 3 length, breadth, height first, because then we are going to chip out cubes from this big cuboid and they should all have same edges. That means common edge. So, we want our cubes to have the biggest side possible. So, that means I should take the HCF of what? 153, 204, 289. These numbers are familiar. 153 is 17 into 9. 204 is 17 into 12. 289 is 17 into 17. What is the highest common? 17, 17, 17. HCF is 17. That means the cubes that I am going to get will all have sides 17. Yes or no? Maximum possible of value that we can have. Obviously, side of A centimeter, that means the value of side highest can be 17 only, the HCF. 37. Two types of tea A and B are mixed and then sold at rupees 50 per kg. The profit is 20% if A and B are mixed in the ratio 3:2 and the profit is 15% if A and B are mixed in the ratio 2:3. Find the cost price of tea B per bag. So there are two types of teas, okay, A and B. They are mixed and then sold at 50 per kg. Selling price is 50 per kg. The profit is 20%. See, let me say that the CP of type A is A, CP of TB is B, okay. They are mixed, okay. They are mixed. They are mixed and sold at 50 per kg. The profit is 20% if A and B are mixed in the ratio 3:2. If 3:2 is the ratio, let me say that the amount of TA that I have is 3 kg, A is 3 kg, B is 2 kg, right? A is 3 kg, B is 2 kg, okay. So what will be the total cost? The total cost will be 3A, because 3 kg of type A having cost A plus 2B. This is the total CP, right? And you know that we are selling the total amount. What is the total amount of tea that we have? 3 plus 2, that means 5 kg. So total selling price is 5 into 50. Whenever we have 20% profit, what is the equation that we write for SPCP? SP is equal to 1.2 CP when we have 20% profit. Yes or no? So this is the total SP. SP should be equals to 1.2 times, because we have 20% profit. This should be the equation we should get, right? This is equation 1 out of the first statement. Profit is 15% if A and B are mixed in the ratio 2:3. If A and B are mixed in 2:3. So I can obviously 5 kg of tea is there, 3 kg A, B is 2 kg. If A would have been 2 kg, B would have been 3 kg, right? Then again total tea would have been how much? 5 kg, okay. Find the cost price of TB per bag. The profit in this case is 15%. So what will be the total CP? 2 kg of type A. So 2A plus 3B, and 15% profit means 1.15 times CP, and that should be equal to what? They are again sold at 50 per kg only, isn't it? So 5 into 50. This is equation 2, isn't it? We have two equations. LHS is this, LHS is this, but RHS is same for both. So if RHS is same for both, we can equate their left hand side. Equate this and this, you will get two equations. Yes or no? I mean, you can do one more thing. There's one equation, then RHS, one equation, then RHS. You can cancel one variable, that is A, because you needed the value of cost price of TB per kg. So just find out the value of B, that is your cost price per kg of TB. You can comment the answer, you can solve this, I know you can solve this. Let us try this. How many factors of n equal to 14416 have an odd number of total factors? We need factors of this, which have odd number of factors. So 14416. You have to factorize it. When we are talking about factors, you have to do the prime factorization, okay. So 4, 4 here 12, 4 here 24, 0, 4, right. Then 4, we get 901. Then is this divisible by 17? Yes, 17 5 are 85, 17 3 are 51. So actually 4 is 2 square, and then again 4 is 2 square, then 17 into 53. Into 53. What do we get? 2 की power 4 into 17 into 53 as a prime factorization of this. It is asking me how many factors of this. This is my n. How many factors of this have an odd number of total factors? Which numbers have odd number of total factors? Only perfect squares. Only perfect squares have odd number of total factors. So we want the factors of n which are perfect squares. For perfect squares, what you have to do is you have to check the powers, and you can only give perfect square powers. What are perfect square? I mean, when does a number become perfect square? When the power of the number is 0 or 2 or 4 or 6 or even. So 2 can take power 0, 2 can take power 2, 2 can take power 4. Now 2 की power 0, 2 की power 2, 2 की power 4 are factors of this number n. Yes, they divide n and they have odd number of factors. 2 की power 0 has 1 factor, 2 की power 2 has 3 factors, 2 की power 4 has 5 factors. These only have power 1 1. So you cannot make their power 2 2 or 0 0, isn't it? So that is the reason there are only 3 factors. There are 3 is the answer, okay. There are 3 factors of n which have odd number of total factors. Is it clear? Now this is your homework. This question is your homework. Try these, and if you want one more, you can try this as well, okay. 41st question. I hope you like the session, the quality of questions. I hope you are learning something new, the revision is going good. If you want me to include something else, let me know. We'll soon include the practice sessions of, similar to this, 100 most important questions for verbal ability and 100 most important questions for LR as well, logical reasoning. So that's it. Thank you so much. We'll meet again. Like this video, comment if you have any doubt, and do share this with your friends. Okay, and if you want the crash course, you can join it.